All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, wherever you are. You are welcome to our live gold trading. You are welcome to our live gold trading. Good morning. We are on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. You are welcome. And in this our live, we trade gold. We trade gold as we go. You're welcome once again. Alright. We are going to be having our analysis on gold this morning. So gold has been making a lot of highs lately. In fact, we are actually experiencing a new high on gold, which is crazy. All right, so let's run our analysis on gold and see what we have here. Okay, so currently gold is at 38.65. Gold is at 38.65, and let's head down to 4 hours and see if there are market structures we could trade from. No, there are no market structures on the 4 hours. We can see gold has been bullish all the while. Gold has been bullish all through and through. Okay, so let's pay attention and look at what is happening under 1 hour. Okay, so let's head down to 1 hour and see. Let's head down to 1 hour. Alright, so let's head down to 1 hour. So currently gold has been doing nothing here. So we just have a retracement, and then under 30 minutes, let's see what we have here. Unfortunately, there are no serious market structures on gold, but if I would have to engage in some trade on gold, this is how I'm going to do it. Now I believe that we are in the pre-London session, and when I mean pre-London session, I'm talking about the time before the London market opens. So the time before the London market opens is a very special one, and that is the time when we are going to be seeing a lot of volume in the market. We are going to be seeing a lot of volume in the market. So I'm heading down to 30 minutes now, and what am I anticipating during the London Open and the pre-London session? So if you take a look at this support at 38.63 here, we could actually have a support listed at 38.63. Now that we have an upward trend, all right, we know we have an upward trend. Let me make this a little bit lighter. Let me make this a little bit lighter so we can see it properly. Yeah, so at 38.63 we have a support there. So now we have a fact here that the first 30 minutes pulled up from a support at 38.45, and then we could see two bullish candles going on here with high volatility. Okay, price coming to this particular support, broke this resistance rather, and then formed a support, and we have price coming back to test that support here. We could see price coming back to test the support here at 38.63. So what is it telling us? Now that we are in the pre-London session, there is high probability that when there is volume, we would anticipate price to keep pushing higher. All right, we've already established the fact we've already established the fact that it is a bullish market. Price is going up, and in fact gold is making the new highs of its own now. You understand? So as gold is making the new highs of its own now, we could anticipate price to keep pushing higher in a volume session. That is what we have in a volume session. So what are you going to be waiting for? You are going to be waiting for price to sellers to come in, try to push the price down. Don't be agitated, okay? Especially in this kind of bullish market on gold. Do not think to sell because it has bought, because it has gone up so far. You think maybe it's time to sell. No. Don't do that. Do not do that. Wait for price to form a support or reject this support, then we aim for a buy. This is the best advice you can ever get if you are trading gold, especially when gold is making a high. Now, I used to get this kind of question that, okay, let's say for example price eventually forms a support at 38.63, where are we going to trade it to? Okay, so let's take this scenario for example. Let's take this scenario for the first sample here, that we have price at 38.63 and then probably price forms a support. So I'm going to draw some candles arbitrarily to form this support, for example. So we have something like this here. We have something like this formed at this point here. Alright, let's say we have this bullish candle coming in. Do not mind my drawing, guys. We have this bullish market coming in here, thereabout. So let's say something like this. Now our aim is to take a bullish, or to go long. That means we are going to buy from here, and then the first take profit is going to be above this high. It's going to be above this high. Alright, that is going to be the take profit, and then mind you, our stop loss is going to be below the wick that's formed on this particular candle, below the wick, or you can actually take your stop loss below this wick here to actually anticipate a buy. Now this is the first and one of the safest buys that you can have, one of the safest bullish momentum you can have, because this is simply a push up. All right, so let me make an annotation here to explain it. Price pushed up like this to this point, made a retracement, and then continue going higher. So the probability that price is going to get to this point is quite high. The probability that price is going to head back to retest the high and try to break it is quite high, and because of that you could actually anticipate to take a trade to that high. Now going further into trading, if you feel like you want to go further as a trader, you want to enjoy the market more, then when price breaks 38.69, this resistance here, then you are going to be anticipating a $5 increment in gold. Alright, so let me explain that in a very, very proper way. A $5 increment in gold. So let me duplicate this support here. I want to duplicate this support here. Okay, so I guess I can't. So let me just drag this and make my resistance at 38.70. So where's my okay, so I'm using this one. So let me just use this color here. Alright, awesome. So we have this here. So now in essence, if price eventually breaks 38.70 here, then you are going to be anticipating a $5 increment to the upside. Now if you pay attention, you know that if you look at gold, okay, look at it, it's at its highest of highs. Let me go to weekly. You can see that there is no there is no resistance at the left hand side. Gold is at the highest, and kudos to those who have actually held physical gold. This is one of the nicest moments for you. You know, gold is actually very expensive currently now, very expensive because of the fundamentals. Okay, even analysis is, we are expecting gold to get to 3,900 if, you know, price is not being careful. 3,900, so that is so massive currently. So what are we doing in the market now? We are waiting, we are watching, we are waiting, and the best scenario for trade is to wait and then take, when price hits a support, makes a resistance, come back to retest its support, then we go for a killing. That's what we are waiting for. That is how patient a trader can actually be. So we are welcome. Welcome everyone. I am not this is my first, or should I say my second TikTok live. I'm still trying to set up things. I'm still trying to set up everywhere to make sure that I am good. So support your guy. I'm still learning this. I'm still learning setting up TikTok to trade. Currently I'm on Facebook also live, I'm on YouTube live, Instagram live, and TikTok live. So I'm trying to I'm using OBS to combine all these softwares together so that I can go live at once. Just a little bit introduction about myself. I'm Daniel, and I've been trading for 3 years now. I have been trading many instruments, but I have decided to rest on gold. Trade on gold. And why do I trade on gold? Gold is a very volatile currency pair. It has less influence from so many other currency pairs. It somehow stands alone. Though people used to think, CAD also influence gold much, but not really. And then for a particular trader like me, which is intraday trader, I love trading gold because I can easily do my analysis within a day, set my positions, and then leave for work, because I have other business which I do run. So you are going to be seeing me every morning around this time, starting from 7 a.m. till around 11 a.m. because that is the time for the pre-London and London session. I'll also be explaining what pre-London and London session is subsequently in my live. I'm going to be explaining what those things mean, because when you trade as a trader, you are not expected to be on your chart 247. All right, it can drive you mad, it can drive you crazy, it can hinder most of the things you're doing. So there are times in the market which you are supposed to be looking at. You're supposed to be looking out for. There are times in the market you're supposed to be looking out for. And when you know those times in the market to look out for, boy, I tell you, you are going to enjoy trade, because these are the times when there is volume in the market. These are the times when there is volatility in the market. So what is volume? What is volatility? So I don't want to be using too many terminologies. Volume or volatility in the forex market simply refers to the time at which a lot of buyers and sellers are in that same currency pair. All right, so if there are a lot of buyers and sellers interested in making exchange at that particular time, at that particular point in time, it makes it more interesting. All right, it's just like if in a football field, maybe there's a match where there are many interested fans. Let me use that example. Many interested fans. You are going to hear more noise. You are going to hear more ginger, more gyration. Just like saying Man U and Chelsea are playing. maybe there is a final cup, Man U and Chelsea, they are playing, it's going to be more lively. So that is how you can explain volume. So when I say volume time in the forex market, I am referring to a time where there are a lot of people awake and are ready to trade. So one of the good examples of high volume time is the pre-London and then the London Open session. All right, so the pre-London and London Open session is very, very pertinent to us, especially we here in Nigeria, because we are 1 hour ahead of them, so we somehow use their own time. So around this time is the pre-London and London Open session. You are going to be seeing a lot of volume. Gold is going to be spiking up. So have a look. Let me just head down to 15 minutes to give you this example of what I am saying. Let's head down, and then see what we have. All right, so if you are enjoying this live a little bit, kindly send your likes, please. Kindly send your likes. Kindly show your boy a lot of love. All right, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much. So here we are. Look at volume, and let's start from this point here at which gold started raising up. All right, so this is 4 obviously, and take a look at this is 536, and price is in a range currently. Now around this time, which is 738.8, you will start expecting, so all these times are still pre-London session. Actually, they are still pre-London session. So if price breaks from this high, now you're going to see how price will start spiking with volume vehemently. You're going to see how price is going to be moving so hard. And why is it doing that? That is because we are in the volume session. A lot of traders are interested in trading gold at this particular time. So those are the things we should look out for. All right, so there is it, there we have it. Welcome, guys. Welcome. So we are here looking at gold trading live. This is gold here, and this is 30 minutes on gold.
YouTube Premium videos and music ad-free. 1 subscription, 2 apps. Try it free of charge.
By the way, I think I want to look at the last time I actually traded